need your skill set to come in and change the organization, and that's why they're hiring you. It's natural for them to compliment you because you obviously deserve it. You're looking, you're a great candidate for a role in their company. And often or not, you're being brought in because you bring a different skill set from what's there already. That sometimes can be hindering because what happens is you kind of get this that can sometimes cause problems because what you do is you go into that organization expecting to change everything. Your attitude and your vibe is like, well, I'm coming in and I'm here to change everything or try and do everything better. Well, I made that mistake when I joined Nike. I was told that I was coming in to challenge the status quo and make the organization better. And I came in and I was like, yeah, this is terrible, this is terrible, this is terrible. And you know what? There was definitely room for improvement. But the mistake I made very quickly on was what I did was I criticized the work before listening about how it was done. And more importantly, I criticized the work of the people that I needed to then help me improve the organization. So very on in the organization, very on in my time at Nike, my boss took me aside and said, hey Musa, listen, I appreciate that things are broken and need to be fixed. But what you're doing is you're criticizing the work of the people that you need to now do the work for you. And he was absolutely right. And I'm so happy he came to me with that advice really on, because what I did after that was build those relationships up again and listen. And really spent a lot of time listening and understand. And I spent a lot of time listening, trying to understand why the team had gone down that route in the first place. The best advice I can give you when starting a new job is to take your first 90 days and spend the first 30 days of that listening, spending time with as many people in the organization to try and understand why things are done the way they're done, and ask questions to really make sure you know the output of work is because of the way things are done. I'm just going to say that again. The best bit of advice I could give you is to really think about the first 60 days of your job. The first 30 days should be focused on listening to people and spending time with all the people and the stakeholders in that organization or in the industry that you're working in to try and understand why things are done the way they are. Listen and ask important questions. This is a real key critical part of your first 30 days, the education piece. I'd also encourage you to make friends in this period of time. This is the time when you build relationships with people. There might be people who are threatened by your existence. There might be people who are skeptical of your skill set. But this is a time to show them that you're not there as a threat, but as a team player. And then your next 30 days is to really write your plan. This is the plan that is going to help you get to your boss's objectives or what you think you learn in that period of time and how you're going to change them. Set that expectation up with your boss on your first day. Let them know that you're going to take 30 days to listen and 30 days to put a plan together. Now, in every instance, your timing might be different. In some companies, you might have a week to do both. You might even have a day to do both, and that happens often. But really try and set that expectation up from day one.
Lisa, can you just repeat the line? So very early on in my time at Nike, my boss, I think we were just missing the in. Mm-hmm. So very early on in my time at Nike, my boss took me aside.
So very early on in my time at Nike, my boss took me aside and he said, Musa, listen, I really understand your criticisms of the team. It's why we brought you on, to change the organization and get people to do things differently. But what you can't do is go out there and criticize everyone, because the people you're criticizing are the people you need to do the work to get us better.
Perfect.
And maybe a more recent way you've adapted is since leaving Ford.
Yeah. Why teaching this course at this time is quite appropriate for me is I actually just left my current job. Why teaching this course at this appropriate time is important to me. Why teaching this course at this moment in time is interesting and important to me is because I recently left my job a couple of months ago. I'm just conscious of time, right? Is that okay? No, not as in time as in now, but
all right.
time of the video.